Hello there, hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Creatives on the Couch. I'm absolutely delighted to say we've got a gorgeous lady with us today, and we're going to talk all about her life, find out everything that's hidden, and even some secrets as well. This is Debra Marie Mawdsley. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure. You look very, very nice. Well, you guys are like matching at the moment, aren't you? Yeah. How are you?
Very well, how are you?
I'm all right, sweetheart.
Flowery today.
And look at this.
Can I have that jacket?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thank you.
I've not seen you since the last episode.
I know.
Have you had a nice week?
I have.
Yeah.
Been all right.
Yeah, it looks fab. So, Deborah, hi, and thank you so much for being with us. I hope you've had a nice, safe journey.
I have.
We're going to go right the way back and talk about you and your career. Quite a bit to talk about, isn't there?
Well, yeah.
Where would you like to start?
Well, at the beginning, when I left school, I did 3 years of performing arts, completed that. And I think I was just at that age where, you know, I just wanted to go and get a job. I don't think I took it seriously enough. I just wanted to do the creative arts. And then, obviously, I went on a different path, which now, looking back, I wish I hadn't have gone on that path. But things happen, and they happen for a reason. So then I went on the nursing path. So I was a nurse for 22 years.
Wow.
And I finished last year in September. I hung the uniform up and said, enough's enough.
My
Good
days.
for you.
Wow, I bet you've seen some stuff though as a nurse, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, my background was A&E and,
wow.
yeah, and mental health, learning disabilities. So, but it came to a head last year and I just thought, I just don't want to do this anymore. But in between, I've been doing like, you know, the independent films and being creative throughout.
How did you juggle being a nurse and doing short films? How did you find that? Because I know nursing's really demanding. You do long, 12-hour shifts, etc.
Well, it is.
So how did you juggle the two?
It was really hard. It just burns you out, and you've got to balance it. If you don't balance it, then you can make yourself poorly.
Yeah.
I have done that a few times where I've just thought, I need a break.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that, you know, I think it makes you realise, right, what is it that I really want to do? Yeah. What is it what I really want to do? Do I want to carry on with this? Or is there some other calling that's calling me? And it was just a case of waking up one morning and I thought, I've had enough.
Really?
Yeah,
Just like that?
I've just had enough. And I took a break. I went to look after my mum for a few months because she was hit and miss, a bit poorly. And in between having that time off, it gave me that chance to sort of like think, right, what is it that you want to do? Although I was like continuing with it in the background, as well as my nursing, it was just like something's got to give. Something had to give.
So did you go into nursing straight from leaving school? Was that the path you went straight down? Or?
No, I went and did 3 years performing arts and dance, completed that.
Did you?
And then I worked as an auxiliary nurse for a short time, and then I wanted more of that at the time. Yeah. And then I went to college, and then I went to Access to Nursing, and then I went to university, got my diploma, and then went straight into A&E.
You're a very clever lady, aren't you?
I wouldn't say that.
I would. I'm sorry. You're a very clever lady. Goodness me, you've saved thousands of people's lives, probably.
Yeah. I think that was the main thing of being a nurse. Making a difference. Yeah. And if there's one or two or three or four or five lives that you can save within your career, then you've done your job.
Yeah.
And I've seen some sites. Yeah.
In A&E, I can imagine. I get really queasy. I can't even watch Casualty on television without passing out. And that's just cornflower syrup. Yeah. I'm not good with that. So, and where are you from? Where did it all?
Well, I am actually originally from Oldham.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm based in Royton at the moment. I'm staying with my son at the moment because he's had a bit of a difficult time. It just seems like sometimes, I'm the backbone of the family and it's like, oh, God, here we go again. Something always happens. I get to have a break and then something goes wrong in the family. But at the moment, everything's sort of like running nice and smoothly, touch wood. And like, obviously, a couple of years ago when we first went into lockdown, I started writing scripts and I just thought, let's give it a go. And I started writing scripts and that's like, it just sort of like,
Seriously?
yeah.
That's
And
like, is it just one child that you've got?
yeah, he's 26.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my days.
What kind of scripts have you been writing since lockdown?
I wrote Safe from Harm, which is a short film that we did 18 months ago, which is about self-harm. It's about two women who were different ages within their lives, and they come together from different backgrounds, and it's in a gritty area. I mean, I love the gritty scripts. One of my favourite films is Trainspotting.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd love to do something really, really hard-hitting like that.
Groundbreaking. It was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It's never been. I don't think anything had ever been done like that before.
No.
Had it?
No.
When they created Trainspotting, and I think that's why everybody stopped,
Yeah.
sat upright, and went,
Yeah.
Wow.
"You can't do this on
Yeah.
film."
Yeah.
Oh yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I think that's what's missing. You know, Channel 4's brilliant. We need some grit.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
And that's why Shameless went so well, didn't it?
Yeah.
For a while, you know
That was brilliant as well.
That was very groundbreaking at the time, and obviously now we've got Brassic. You
Yeah.
know, that's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
The talent that's
Yeah.
in Brassic is unreal, but that's dirty,
Yeah.
gritty.
I mean, I've done some horror as well. Like when I first went into the acting industry, I was like horror this, and then, you know, when you just find your own niche, and it was just like, right, I'm going to try something different now.
Yes.
And there was a couple of independent films that I'd done, which was gritty, and I just thought, I love this because it's so real. I just love realism.
Yeah, so do you think you get your inspiration off real life
Yes.
experiences?
Yes, I do.
Through being a nurse and the stories
Yeah.
that you've heard and the
There's
things that you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much material out there from just people watching, and I absolutely love that.
It is great.
And people just think you're nosy, but you're not.
No.
Don't you see some feral sides though? Oh,
No,
you
you
do.
You do.
Walking through Piccadilly Gardens. I need counsel. I'm traumatised half the time. What's going on there? What film crew in
Yeah.
Piccadilly Gardens? You'd make a fortune.
You would actually.
You'd win a BAFTA.
That's an idea.
Oh, we'll get you there with your notepad.
Okay.
Yeah. So just
But yeah.
telling real stories of
People's trauma. There's a lot of people out there they don't like to divulge their own. I mean, you know, that's absolutely fine.
Yes.
But those people who have got it all inside and want to express it, if they can express it to me with a script of what they've been through,
Yeah.
humanity is just a vast race where we just hang on to a lot of trauma, and I
Yeah.
think
I know. Why do
true.
we do that? What's wrong with us? Seriously, we should all just be dogs. Shouldn't we, really? I mean, just endless compassionate love, dogs.
They are beautiful.
yeah,
aren't
we
they?
do. We need to be more loving to each other. I think more supportive and more loving. There's too much competitiveness out there and too much, you know, just pulling each other down. It's
Do you find that a lot of that came, you know, there's a lot changed with social media. These keyboard warriors and people became toxic
Yeah.
because you can do it from all
Yeah.
behind a screen.
Yeah.
You can do it in your lounge.
Yeah.
You can really pull people down and just be toxic.
yeah.
I don't get it.
No.
I mean, these days, I was only saying to somebody the other day, it's like a lot of people now, they just don't take the time out to go around to somebody else's house and to actually sit and have a conversation with somebody now.
So, we've gone right the way back through all your nursing and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that, and obviously you've said that you're a mum and things. So, your first project was what?
It was Safe. Well, the project that I created
Yes.
was Safe from Harm, which is a short film about mental health, about the two women who come from different backgrounds at different ages.
That's right.
Which is left open at the end, obviously, for, you know, maybe a possible feature in the future.
Okay.
And then, obviously, now I took that break and I said I'd never do it, but now I'm working with kids.
Interesting.
I'm a teaching assistant
Right.
at the secondary school, but the best thing is, or not the best thing, but the best, what I'm getting out of it is most of the kids that have come from damaged backgrounds.
Right.
So it's sort of like has had a, you know, making a difference to me is I can't go to work unless I'm making some kind of difference. That's just the way that I am. And you know, you've got some of these kids who've like haven't got parents, like they've died young before. I mean, they're only like year 8, and you've got one where, you know, they've got a tumour in the brain, which is benign at the moment. It's, you know, it's not going anywhere at the moment, but they come from different backgrounds, and it's just like, it melts my heart.
I'm interested because obviously you're such a caring person. You've been a nurse, you're now a teaching assistant. What was your childhood like as a kid? You know, I'm trying to establish where this caring nature's come from.
Right, I was brought up by my mother. Basically, we all was really, because my brother and sister. My brother, there's 10 years between us, and my sister, she's the youngest. But to be honest, my mum brought us up on our own, and I think through that I was just independent.
Yeah.
And I was the most creative one out of the 3 of us. You know, no disrespect to them, but I knew there was something that I had to do, like when I was younger.
We'll touch on that in a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break right now, so we'll be back in a few moments' time.